All right, well, thanks everyone for coming today. My name's Chad Peterson. I'm with ADT's Authorized Dealer Program, Dealer Development. ADT is here actually sponsoring these breakout sessions this week throughout the session. This particular breakout is going to cover the importance of target marketing. Marketing selection is one of the most important aspects of integrator business strategy, and developing target marketing strategy to convert your selected segments to customers in one of the chief objectives of marketing. In this session, these gentlemen are going to cover the methods for target marketing to attractive customer groups by geography, income and wealth, type of business or residence, lifestyle, and company size. You'll learn how to build and maintain lists for targeted outbound marketing, message verticalization strategies, and how to work online search and websites to better target inbound marketing. So with that, I introduce Ken Kovasala, the Director of Business Development for NetCertive, as well as Mr. Jeff Martin, President of AVS Systems. Gentlemen, it's all you.
Thank you. For those of you that were here earlier, there's going to be a little bit of a review on the email marketing as part of this target marketing, and I won't get as heavy into that because I have a real passion for direct response marketing and have been very successful with that, and that's what we're going to hit on. Target your market. Who are your potential customers? That's probably the first thing you really need to realize or think about, and it's really something that needs to be written down. Who are you going after? Which businesses are similar to present clients? That's probably the easiest thing. We did a campaign last year where we had picked up a small automotive service center, and it became friends. He fixes the vehicles. From that, created a target market piece around that, and then directed it, used him as a reference as well, to every single other automotive dealership, automotive service repair shop, and we're very successful in doing that. Picked up another 6 more of that particular type of business by taking it, showing pictures, using some flash photography with that, put a target market piece together, directed it straight at those people. Also, geographic area. Most of us are in a smaller community. We might stay local, but as we expand, we need to know where we're going, where we're going to get that information. The list. As I mentioned earlier, the most important thing is that list. Where are you going to get the list from? How are you going to create it? The existing customers is probably the easiest thing, but the call-ins. If somebody calls in, you've heard that before. If I've called in, hey, in case I lose you, the receptionist says, let me get your phone number. Once they've got your phone number and your name, we can track you anywhere. Buy or rent a list. Google, who's good from the direct mail standpoint, Google is also the largest direct mail user in the whole country. If you think about it, probably in the past 2 weeks you've gotten a couple of things from Google. Dell, the other major computer companies, are always sending direct mail pieces out. RG Leads. For those of you who didn't hear this before, RG Leads is a source that I use all the time. They're very good about they give you the name, the address, the business, the position of the person, and their email address and phone number. So it's a real good source. Sales Genie gives you the new homeowners' names, no phone numbers on it, and the same thing with new businesses that have pulled occupational licenses. Business cards, the networking events that we all go to. My 2 salesmen are supposed to bring in somewhere close to 100 leads, 100 business cards a week because of the amount of networking events that we do. There's a couple of chambers. We're involved with 5 different chambers, so there's a chamber event every week. Go to them, get them, collect the business cards. Once you've collected the business card using Constant Contact or one of the other sources, you've got an email list. They can opt out if they don't want to receive your information. So it helps build that list. The Constant Contact side of it tracks where they're going, who's opt-in, what information they've taken from it, did they click it open. Also from the tracking, whatever type of information you're sending out, which source it came from. Direct mail or direct response. Why direct mail? When we go home today, or you went home yesterday and you opened the mailbox, you took the mail out, you found the bills, you looked at some of the other garbage stuff that was there, and it was trash. But there was a couple of envelopes that were something different. They probably got opened. Maybe it was a new credit card, something that was in there that caught your eye, a new percentage rate. 50% of customers say they say that they pay more attention to postal mail than to email. 26%. Get that out there. Why direct mail? Go back. 26% of customers rank direct mail as more trustworthy, according to Epsilon. And 60% of the consumers say they enjoy checking their mailboxes while they're receiving that mail. And we all do that. We're always looking for, I had a birthday this week, so I just got birthday cards. I was glad to open that mailbox and get those out. Why direct mail again? The preference for direct mail even extends to the 18 to 34 age group. We think of them as always being on Facebook. Contrary, they also do like to get direct mail. Tangible materials such as direct mail trigger a much deeper level of emotional processing. You'll also get up to 10 times more viewing from a direct mail piece than you will any email. It sits around. It sits there at the on the counter, on the kitchen counter, wherever. So you might see it. Your significant other might see it. Friends coming over. It becomes the table. Set your bottle of wine on. Oh, what's that underneath there? 98% of consumers retrieve their mail from their physical mailbox the day it is delivered, and 77% sort through it at that time, the same day, according to the U.S. Postal Service. In 2011, the total volume of first-class mail has decreased or depressed by 7%, but direct mail for commercial purposes has increased 3%, according to Target Marketing. Good example for us, over the years we found that direct mail has worked out much better for us, especially from the Target Marketing. I mentioned the auto place. We've done it with air conditioning companies. We've done it with other type of products where we can correlate what made that customer happy. We know what their pain is. Story in reference to the air conditioning guy, copper right now is being stolen. We were able to talk to one air conditioning company, found he had the problem with copper theft from his employees stealing it, as well as the burglars stealing it. But we were able to carry that over to other ones. If they have product where it's going out in the truck, it's a real good reference to be able to find out, why am I here? When I went on that sales call, why am I here? Well, we've got problems with stuff going out the back door. Well, if he has it, so does his other, be it his competitor or his associate has the same problem. Utilizing that into a direct mail piece gets that door open. As you create the direct mail piece, you must stop the pain. What is it? It's the loss of those things going out the back door. How can you solve the problem? Well, if you had extra eyes in your business, we could probably solve that problem. What's it going to do? Reduce your inventory loss, reduce your shrinkage, create the pleasure. Create the mail with photographs. That's a great looking picture of a guy over there that I know of, and caricatures are good. Now, I got that from caricatures.com. So if you've got somebody funny in there, somebody with a lot of hair, maybe like you there, put a bald head out there, that your customers know when they open or they click on it, be it the email or it's from a direct mail, they're recognizing you. Obviously, with my mustache, and I've had it for 30 years, people know me. We have 3 guys with mustaches in the office, and they'll call and say, I need to talk to that guy with the mustache. Well, we got 3 guys. They go, no, I need to talk to the guy with the mustache. So they know to get to me. So tell your story. Stories tell. Stories tell in many ways, whether you're doing it in a newsletter format, whether it's something that you're involved with, telling the story of, be it with your company, be it with the individual employees, be it that you solved a problem. A real good one, we deal with a lot of nonprofits, and we've gotten most of those doors open through giving or donating a system to a nonprofit. And as a result, we've gotten the directors' homes, we've gotten other businesses as a result of working with those nonprofits, and then the nonprofits sometimes are profitable and go, hey, we need an alarm, we'll pay for it at another location. Our biggest account is about 32 locations for one nonprofit as a result of donating one. So those type of things, but we put that out into our newsletters, put that information out to spot it so that they know it. So telling our story, curiosity is another great way. Create curiosity where they're looking into the information, they're curious about what your product's going to do for them, how can it solve a problem, photos, headshots, group shots, product shots. The product shots we talked about earlier, a lot of the videos from the manufacturers that you can tie into your products. into your marketing, I should say. It must say, buy this product and you will get that specific benefit. If I've got a problem with employees, if I've got a problem with the shrinkage, here's a way you can solve that problem. So you can identify it, and identifying it as you're designing it, be kind of where's the pain? If it's a shrinkage problem, we did an access control system for a large place, and we did it because their problem wasn't people coming in and out without. How we solved the problem was put the access control in, which controlled their time. Their problem was break time. Break time was 10 minutes at this main facility. It had about 110 employees, and the breaks were always turned into be 15 minutes and 20 minutes. And so as a result, they came back to us in about 4 months and said they probably saved enough in the lost time that people were taking in the overage. So we solved their problem, got rid of the pain by putting a system in that controlled access to the smoking area. It also clogged them in and out of the building. So at lunchtime, instead of being an hour and 10 minutes, it came back to an hour. And they were able to bring it up to their employees, saying, hey guys, it's here for a purpose. And when they were getting docked the time from their paycheck, it sure made a difference. Creating USPs. Definition: the factory of or consideration presented by a seller as the reason that one product or service is different from and better than that of the competition. We all have competition. Why should I deal with you? And you should be asking your customers that too. Why are they dealing with you? And once you can find this out, that can create that USP. Some USP examples. Finally, a used car warranty with what? Fine print. Anybody? Zero? Zero fine print. Good old Domino's. Fresh hot pizza delivered to your door within 30 minutes. Or it's right. And FedEx, when? When it has to. That's right. When it has to be there. So direct mail is definitely the most expensive per customer for individual piece, but the least expensive per customer. When you look at sending out a direct mail piece, and one direct mail piece that I've sent out that was very successful and still is, we used it last year, we're going to use it again this year, is a bank bag. The bank bag costs about $1. You can put tons of stuff inside of it. So we've got pens, and we've got a little warning card and letter in there. So it's different. It gets opened. When you send out different types of direct mail pieces, lumpy mail gets opened. What's lumpy mail? The piece that came with the pen. It can't sit there on top. The curiosity gets to people. They're going to open it. So by the time this went out the door, we had about $3 in it. Didn't send out a lot. I'm sent out 100 at a time, but we knew specifically who we were sending to. And every time we sent out something unique and different, we always get a result of a couple of appointments and always one sale. So this thing has been this old bank bag. And the letter in there goes something to the effect of, and I'll read it a little bit, it's just put the money that's going out the door in this bag. Yeah, put the money that's walking out the door in this bag and take it to the bank. So a big caption, big headline to get their interest, something different. Makes us noticed. Small return there on that, hand stamps or physical stamps on it. It was $2.05 to send that out. So as I say, by the time we were done with it, we had about $3.50 tied up in it. So we were specific about it. Takes more time, but it gets better results. When you're creating the piece, if you look here from the targeting standpoint, obviously, who am I going at on the left? Storage facilities. What do they need? Extra eyes. Seeing the video or seeing a monitor there, it sells itself. So we've used pictures in a proper way. Storage unit targets for burglary. We have several of them as our customers. We were able to show pictures of their places. We also have their videos on our laptop when we go and make a presentation where we have their permission where we can bring it up and show them. So we show to our other clients of, hey, here's a video location, here's their 16 cameras, and they see it. It becomes a real silent salesman for you. Other things with it where we're targeting small businesses, showing money going in or out. We did I have a great testimonial from a bar owner that we have where we put a system in there One night, barmaid is there, bar's full, guy says, I'm missing $20 from my change. She says, I didn't take it. And the guy started accusing the barmaid. You stole my $20. Where is it? She said, I didn't take your money. She said, just a second. She calls the owner who's sitting on her boat. She brings it up, backs up the video, calls the girl back, or talking to the girl on the phone. She says, tell the son of a bitch sitting next to him to give him his $20 back and get out. So it was strong things like that where we're able to use that now as a testimonial. She says, tell him to call me. This type of stuff watches, where we've got good cameras in there showing hands, showing what's going on, transactions. So we targeted to those type of business. And then a little promo at the bottom, buy 3 cameras, get 1 free, or 6 and get 2. We know all that. From Sales Genie, where we get our list every month, every week on it, the welcome home. The secret is burglars watch to see what you moved into your new home and how you are protecting everything matters most. So we've used it as a direct mail piece, but then at the bottom, contact us by this date and get a $50. So there's that secondary, there's that PS at the bottom. Here's a reason to call us over our competition. We're going to give you a $50 Lowe's card as part of our promotion. Perfect sales piece gets the reader's attention, captures the reader's interest, creates desire, and motivates the reader to action. And action is what we want. We want them to get to our website, everything, and even on the other pieces, our website is on there. Before, when I was talking about emails, I really didn't bring that up, is on all of our emails, when we send out our email blast, there is a tag to get them to go to our website, and they can just click on the email and shoots them over to it. So now we've captured them that way. And part of that is get a white page, 10 free tips on how to secure your home. That's always a tag at the bottom. And then click on that, it goes right to the website. Now we mail that to them. They can download it, but we've got their mailing address as well. Headlines, capturing their attention. When we had there before of storage units, the burglar seeing what you moved into your house. We had another picture we did from the movers of somebody moves into the neighborhood, what do you see out front? All the boxes leaned up there against there. Great tip to any burglar. So we do a picture of that and have it in a different promotion that we sent out. So it's using the photos to identify the problem. The headlines, putting around it, offer and deadline. Who are you going to mail to? Those existing customers, the add-ons for upsells. In our emails, we send out close to 1,000 of them. We do better on upsells than always on new sales. Similar customers to the ones we have, the geographic areas, the postal program. Anybody familiar with the Every Neighborhood program where you can use a postcard? You or anybody else? That's a great program. It really is. It costs you 14.5 cents to send an oversized postcard. So have a good one designed and target the neighborhood. And one of the things we found in ours was we sent out to the best neighborhood. We knew, okay, that's the best neighborhood. Our results were 0. We sent it out to a middle-class neighborhood, and our results were substantially better. I mean, we've always got 2 or 3 out of at least 1,000 that we send out. So it costs you about $1,100 to send 1,000 of them out, and what's printed, that's everything. So it's well worth the investment to send those things out. And as I say, we found it better to be in a I don't want to say lower, but in a middle-class neighborhood than in the trying to think about the high rent that they all, they're all have security systems already, so they're not going to get it. So try that one. Desired clients, my product works great for. That's what we're talking about. Reference of, if it worked great for that automotive guy, let's go to the other automotive guys. It works for them. But get back to building that list. Once you've got the list, and it's always, always, always asking, how did you get our name? And it's whether they saw you on the truck. That's what happened the other day. Somebody called in and said, how'd you get us? I'm right behind one of your trucks. So they're talking to you on the cell phone. There's the phone number on the back. And it kills me when people don't have the phone number on the back of the truck. They might have the logo name, but no phone number. Bad idea. Put it there. People are sitting at the red light to do it. And how did they find you? Tracking that on your monthly sales log as well. We see that right now we're averaging about 23% web. It's coming off the internet. People are finding us. And we do pay for an SEO person to keep us up on top. and moved us from like the 8th page all the way to the first page, and we're about 3rd on the first page. So that has made a substantial difference. Use direct mail to drive online traffic. All of our product, all literature that gets out there has that email address, has the website on it. For the lead generation, use direct mail to drive leads online, lead generation, list segmentation. The other thing, who are you sending it to? Is it existing customers? Maybe you're sending them one thing. When you set up accounts, you might have to set up a couple of accounts with Constant Contact, say, or one of the others, that you have different products you're sending. So if you're sending to existing customers, you might send out a monthly newsletter. You're going to email it to them. We send out a hard copy newsletter that has an article from the president. It has the picture of the dog on it, all the things that people want to see, and then it's what's going on both in the company, if we've done some volunteer programs, something in there of interest, and then there is the product of the month we'll have in it, and the contact or promo, the call to action, buy this thing. Last month it was the driveway enunciators. And we said it was like $2.99 if you come pick it up at the office, or $3.99 if we put it in for you. And it was $100 off. It was regularly $4.99, so they said they were getting $100 off or $200 off either way. And we sold a bunch of them. Email marketing. Did we do this already? Email less effective today. Spam filters. How many of them do you get every day? Everybody sits there and hits delete. They delete to protect their systems, or because they don't know who you are. How to get to, we didn't get in here. So once again, for the people that were here before this last show, I apologize for that. However, it's worth touching base on again. How to get your emails open. On that, let me back up. Didn't talk about it. On subject lines, name, who are you? People read from left to right, making sure that they know who you are. Are you an important person in town? Are you a recognized person? Do they know you as the president of your company? Do they know you as the local clown at the comedy show? Something that who it's from, and then that subject is where we're going. Where are we going to get for that topic? Something's got to grab their interest. You must become a part of the prospect's inner circle, whether it's Facebook, however it's going to be. People only read 16 permission-based sources or based emails every day as it comes in. How do you break into the inner circle? We'll talk about that again. Subject line. Subject line there of getting to the point. What's the offer? What's of interest? What's going on in that neighborhood, or you're in your town at that time? Part of that should be part of that subject. The message's bottom line is you want them to buy something from you, or you want them to go to your website. So as you get into that thing, into the email, it's going from the bottom down, from the bottom back to the top, I should say, because here's an offer, here's the subject, stating it again, time frame to act. There should be a deadline on it. Questions are excellent to get the interest back into that. What's going on? Why should I use your product? How's it going to benefit me? With the questions. Be specific. Try to keep it to 50 characters or less. Subject lines that work for me. We do a local area, a local crime report. That gets our emails open. When we added the video of the world's, it's called the dumbest burglar in there, that's our opening rate has gone way up. And you are not alone is a real good caption line. Headline, most important. If it says so what, change it. Let somebody else read your emails before, if it's going to be an email blast, let somebody else read it in the office. Let them get a second opinion. Get yourself a second opinion on it. Because when they open it, you want them to react to it. You've got to pique their interest. Remember that benefit. We want on it, what we say, the pain and benefit. Solve the problem. They don't buy products, they buy benefits. Facts tell, emotions sell. Formatting it. Bullet formats. Bulleting on lets them read across it. We read the newspaper. What do? We read the subject line right across the top. We're going to look at what's of interest. Same thing with the magazine. Sometimes we'll read a whole book where we've read the first line of each paragraph and skip through anything else. We can move through it faster. You only have about 3 seconds to get their interest. If you've captured it there, you've captured it in bullet format. So repeating that headline, be it back from the subject line, back to it once they've clicked open, get their interest again. Be it register now, give an offer. What is it? Create the urgency because there is a limited supply or limited time. It's a special for this month only. As I say, time is running out. The deadline should be on it. And we use 10 days on everything we send out. So I'm sending it out today on the 18th, on the 28th. This is good till the 28th. And we've just traditionally used that, and that seems to work. Now, when we send out postcards or a letter, and it's in there, and I've gone back 6 months, and actually went to one that was 2 years old. They pulled the postcard out and said, will you still honor this 10% off? Well, okay. If they saved it 2 years, you bet I'll honor it. So for some reason, it got stuck in the bottom of the desk. And that's another reason why I like direct mail over just emails. They hang around. They stay there. More people do see them. So special author, top above, that's the PS. We read a lot of letters, and we'll go PS and then PPS and PPPS. You'll read down to it. You've gotten spotlighted the different features, but then you've gone down to the PS. What are they giving me? What's the offer? I got 10% off here, but now I get down to the PS. If you'll react by this date, we'll throw in an extra key fob, or we'll throw in something extra as a bonus. And if you'll do this and give me a referral, I'll give you the extra 2 months off on your monitoring, some other feature that doesn't cost you a lot of money, but now I got an extra referral out of it. And you got to watch your colors. Now, this red here isn't too bad, but I'm looking here at the monitor, and it's bright red. Not bright red there, it's more of an orangey red. So you've got to be careful of what you use on your colors when you're sending stuff out, because old monitors tend to make things pink, reds. According to Bob Law, guy is famous in emails, sends out over 400,000 a month. You do it by creating an e-Zine newsletter, published monthly with good content. Readers will come to value your publication and establish a relationship with you. Short news bulletins can be sent more frequently. We talked earlier, what is good frequency? Whether it was with Facebook postings, whether it's with emails, weekly is probably the minimum that you want to send out. Existing customers like billing stuffers use promotional advertising with the transaction and confirmation and account status updates to keep them as part of that loop. Prospects, read emails from clubs, association, online communities of interest. If you've created that network to them on a weekly basis, they know who you are, you've got pertinent information in there. We get comments constantly of, I didn't know you did that, or I didn't know you were involved in that, because we've told them in the story format what we're doing. We're volunteering with, we do a Thanksgiving where we volunteer to help turkeys and feed the people that can't get meals in the different shelters. Our whole company volunteers for it, so we publicize that, get it out. List building is the most important thing you could do. Where are you getting them from? Whether it's the direct mail, whether it's from the networking events, whether you purchased them, where are you going to get it from? As you're doing the direct mail, everything should have some way to capture back to your website. So don't forget to have it on everything, and there should be a reason for it. The white paper is a real good reason for them to go to that. The 10 free tips on something. Easy way to do it. We're in hurricane season right now in Florida, so we've got tips on things to protect. We sent one out. I did a interview with an insurance agent, and he brought up that not only are you going to try to protect your home or protect your valuables or throw your different things in the pool. When they say a hurricane's coming in our area, it's throw the lawn furniture and everything in the pool so it doesn't blow away or blow through your window. He also said, what about all those valuables? Are you going to leave town? On a couple of occasions, we've left town going to my mother-in-law's because of the hurricane coming, but we didn't take these things with us, such as your insurance policies, the birth certificates, the Social Security cards, putting them in a good, clear plastic envelope so that you know what it is, but taking it with you. And something I hadn't thought about. And one year we did come back and our house was destroyed, and we had a lot of wet stuff on it. We had a fire safe, and we had the stuff in there, and that kept it dry, because otherwise everything would have been wet. We lost everything. So stuff like that happens of how to do it. So getting the information out to them. In your emails, and that was something I was saying from the white paper. If you send a direct mail, you can do the same thing with the emails to capturing them, get them back into your loop, getting them to go to your website to get further information where they've got to click onto it, and now you've captured them. We're building that list, recapturing it onto it. Subject line, the hottest area from targeting. What's going on? What's that feature? What's the pain that they're going to capture on it to get them? Content, once you've got them, you've got to bullet it to them. You've only got that 3 seconds to catch their interest. Once you've caught it, now you've got to bring them down. What's the offer? And that's going to be act now because you're going to run out of time. Questions? I did that good of a job. Jeez. Stop the pain, solve the problem. No. Where were we? Yes, thank you. Create pleasure. Right. Anything else? All right. Thank you very much. I hope the people that heard it a second time liked it as well.
Sorry.
It could be. It hadn't been asked.
Thank you.
For those of you, while Ken's setting up, for those of you who are interested, I do have some products that I've promoted. Got a couple of books out, yourself. I also have, which is of more and better interest, is disc on direct mail. There's 25 direct mail pieces, direct mail flyers, and on billing stuffers. There's 20 billing stuffers. If it's of interest to you, sell the whole package for $40. That gives you more information on the billing stuffer that we definitely get a good return on investment. If it's of interest.
All right. So I have a Mac, so it took me a couple extra seconds to get that thing going. But my name is Ken Kobasala. I'm the Business Development Director for NetCertive. NetCertive is an online marketing firm specializing in the security vertical. A little bit about my background. It's pretty diverse. I grew up in consumer products. Spent a ton of time in Res AV and security. I've worked for small startup companies as well as Fortune 100 companies. So my experience is pretty diverse. I guess it's a long-winded way of telling you that I haven't written any books. Okay, but needless to say, it will be worth your while because I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Had to throw that in there, right? All right, so let's jump in. If we can figure this out. Okay, here we go. So what is a target? So what we're going to talk today about is target marketing, obviously. What is a target? A target is the goal that's intended to be obtained, right? What is target marketing? Target marketing is delivering the right message at the right time to qualified clients, okay? Qualified clients being the key part of that phrase. When you look at the traditional marketing funnel, traditional marketing was essentially a spray and pray approach, okay? You'd come out with your newspaper campaign. You might have a radio ad. You might sprinkle in a little bit of TV. At the end of the day, you've got all of these impressions out there. Could be 1 million impressions. But when you think about it, how many of those folks were truly in the market to buy a security system at that point in time, okay? So from a branding perspective, having all those impressions out there, creating awareness, that's all fine and dandy, that's great, okay? If, when they're ready to purchase a security system, they remember your brand. What if I told you that there was a new marketing channel available today, okay? And that new marketing channel would allow you to highly target a message to a consumer, a qualified consumer that was based in your backyard, in your local market, right? That was actively looking to spend money on the goods and services that you provide, okay? Pretty powerful stuff, because you only pay for the marketing that leads to sales opportunities. And essentially it provides an ROI that's incredible. That exists today, and we're going to talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about the advertising landscape as it exists today, okay? No secret that traditional media is dying, okay? We've all seen the stories for years and years now of storied franchises, storied newspapers and magazines that have gone out of business or have transformed into a completely digital product. That's because consumers are migrating every day from traditional media to the internet. And it's no secret, you know, when you look at where do folks get their information today, think about your own habits, okay? Whether you're pulling out the smartphone or the kids go to bed and you're pulling out the iPad or the laptop. Referrals are great, okay? I can't tell you how many integrators I've talked to that say, you know, I don't do a lot of marketing these days. My business is referral based, and, you know, heck, I'm doing really well, and that's all fine and dandy. But in today's day and age, the internet has become virtually the single source for information. And once again, I just remind you to think about your own personal habits, okay? It's commonplace. It's a part of our fabric every day. And so the internet is taken over traditional media and even that referral process. And when you think about referrals, think about the fact that what happens after you get that referral, right? Well, Johnny tells his neighbor about your service, and that's all great. You go out and you have a good meeting with that potential client and spec out the job and hand them a proposal. What happens when you think you leave? Where are they going to go? Whether they're going to go to look at reviews about your business, learn about the products and services that you spec'd in, they're going to the internet, okay? And so it's, and not only are they going to the internet, they're going to the internet multiple times. So the average consumer, more than a third of the consumers out there are searching 4+ times. More than 2/3 are searching 3+ times. That might start with a Google search. It might lead them to a content page, perhaps even YouTube, okay? But they're out there, they're looking for information, they want to be educated, and they're looking on the internet for information. That should be absolutely apparent to the folks in this room when you think about security and how much the security business has changed, even in the last year and a half, okay? As a consumer, I knew if I moved and I knew I needed a new alarm system a year and a half ago, gosh, I mean, wasn't that difficult, right? I knew it was $99. Okay, I'm gonna get a control panel, I'm gonna get some door sensors, maybe some window sensors. I could probably upgrade for a few bucks and make it wireless, those kinds of things. But the landscape has changed completely, okay? And it's not about just an alarm system today. It's about home automation. And it's about the ability to control your HVAC. It's about the ability to control your lighting system, maybe your shades. You know, I can essentially arm my alarm in Raleigh from Nashville. Okay, I can look in on a video feed in my rec room and make sure that little Johnny, when he's playing those video games, he's playing the video games that are rated E for everyone, right? Okay, so there's an enormous amount of capability out there, and it's a completely different landscape than it was even a year, year and a half ago. And so what are people doing? They're doing research online. No question about it. And so I don't care whether or not you physically sell product online. Okay, the fact of the matter is that your business, your brand, your franchise needs to be found online. Fact of the matter. So why online marketing? Online marketing gives you the unique ability to hyper-target consumers that are interested in the goods and services that you provide, okay? They're ready to purchase, and they're right in your backyard. It's going to drive web visits, it's going to drive phone calls and lead gen. The fact of the matter is that internet closes the loop on traditional marketing. When you think about marketing, there's no silver bullet in marketing, okay? And I'm not up here suggesting that you should abandon traditional marketing, but the internet closes the loop on traditional marketing. And so when a consumer sees that traditional ad, no matter where it is, it could be in a magazine, it could be in a newspaper, it could be a direct mail piece, if they're not ready to buy at that particular point in time, okay, whether that's an hour later that they go back or a week or a day, okay, if they don't remember your business name, they're going to search the subject matter. And if you're not found, okay, so if that consumer goes back and searches for CCTV sales, if they don't see your business, I guarantee you they're going to see your competition, and that's a potential lost sale. So how does digital marketing enable target marketing? Let's take a little bit of a look at each of the components of a highly targeted digital marketing campaign. It's search engine marketing, it's display advertising, it's retargeting, it's mobile, and of course it's social as well. Search engine marketing. How does search engine marketing allow you to target consumers? Well, it enables you to target consumers on a geographic basis. And so there's a little bit of a misnomer about the internet. I've talked to some integrators out there that say, you know what, hey, I'm just a small business from Raleigh, and gosh, I don't need to advertise on the internet because I don't want to advertise to the whole world. Well, that's the beauty of the internet, okay? And it's got the flexibility so that you can advertise to the entire world, or virtually, you can target down to a single zip code. That's pretty highly targeted. It also enables you to target by keyword categories. These are the things that are most important to your business, okay? Now, every one of your businesses are a little bit different out there. One of you may be focused on residential, another may be focused on commercial, another may be focused on video surveillance. The internet enables you to highly focus on the categories, the brands that are most important to your business, that drive revenue, and most importantly, drive profit for your business. Gives you that ability, highly targeted. Display advertising is another component of a highly targeted campaign. And so once again, you think about, you know, the amount of research that's going on right now, and it may start with a Google search. Eventually that consumer is going to wind up on a content site, okay? And whether that's eHow or about.com or even YouTube, looking for information on how to choose the best home alarm system or how to choose the best home automation system, okay? That research is being done. When that research is being done, we want to make sure that our clients are visible in their local markets. And so we're going to serve up display ads reminding those potential consumers that those goods and services are available locally in their backyard by this provider. Here's some interesting information on the impact of display advertising. Lots of studies out there. The second point, 50% of all internet users react to a display ad by conducting a search related to the brand. So what does that mean? We all see display ads all the time. Do we click them very often? Sometimes, probably not, right? But 50% of the folks may not click that display ad, but they'll go back to their browser and do a search on that brand or that category because it was interesting or compelling to them, okay? And so that's where that closes the loop. Another important component of a highly targeted online marketing campaign is display retargeting, okay? And so you think about the buying cycle for an alarm system. I'm not just going to wake up today and say, you know what, hey, I'm going to automate my home. Let's tie in the HVAC and all this stuff. There's probably a process to that, right? And whether that is, a day, 2 days, a week, a month, or longer, okay? The fact of the matter is that consumer is going to continue to do research online. And so once we're successful in driving them to your website, what we do is we place a cookie in their browser so that no matter where they go on the internet, okay, they can go to Wall Street Journal, they can go to weather.com, and I'm sure everyone in this room has been a victim of this, so to speak. But we're going to follow these folks around the internet, okay, and ultimately drive them back to your website to make that purchase. Critical component, making sure that your brand and your business is part of the conversation during that process, whether that process is a week or a month. Mobile advertising is becoming increasingly important. We're seeing in some of our client campaigns that mobile clicks have become upwards of 50% of the traffic that we're seeing. Now, that's a little bit skewed on the category and the geography. When you look at urban populations, it tends to be highly mobile driven. But the fact of the matter is that mobile becomes more increasingly important to campaigns day in and day out because we all do it. We pull out the smartphone wherever we are, doesn't matter, and we're looking for information, right? So critically important. Let's get rid of that. Interesting information here from a gentleman, Mr. Gupta, who is associated with this small institution, the Harvard Business School. When you look at most consumers' behavior, they do a search on Google when they're ready to make a decision. Okay, so they're not up here in the buying funnel. Okay, this is not an outbound marketing thing where we're going to, just send out some direct mail pieces. These are people that are actively searching for information about the goods and services that you provide. Much lower in the purchase funnel, right? Very close to making a purchase. Very different. Everybody in the industry intuitively believes that display ads drive people down the funnel so they should get some of the credit. And really what he's saying there is that, once again, there's no silver bullet in marketing. It takes a multifaceted approach. And so you can't stop at SEO. You've got to incorporate search engine marketing as well as display advertising and carry that full voice on the web throughout that purchase process. So now that you've thought about it and you've seen the value in target marketing online and really hyper targeting online, you may want to pick an online marketing partner. Chances are you say, well, hell, I've grown this business from $0 to $3 million. I got it, all right? I'm a smart guy. I got this. I can do this. Well, Google makes it incredibly easy for you to spend lots of money with Google. Okay, they'll give you an account right now, and they'll sign you up and say, hey, here's some tools, and we'll help you and get you going. I guarantee you can look at the thousands of studies that are out there. You can look at our YouTube channel and look at client testimonials. The fact of the matter is that it's going to cost you 2 to 3 times more than it would cost you if you worked with a highly qualified provider like NetZertif. It's just a fact, right? Because there's an art and science to online marketing. And when you boil it all away, the way that the ad copy is written, the more relevant that those ads are to the search terms that are being searched for, okay, what that equates to is a higher quality score within Google. What that means is you show up higher on the page and it costs you less. Okay, so higher return on investment, lower cost per click. Okay, so pretty important stuff. Pretty important stuff because when you look at where people click, okay, 59% of consumers click the top link at the page. That's paid search. 85% click at the top 3. Okay, only 13% are clicking those side ads, and only 2% at the bottom. So it's critically important that you pick a partner that can get you to the top day in and day out and consistently. I'm actually talking about paid search. Okay, so if you do a Google search today, typically the first 3 lines that appear are paid search, and they're usually in a pink shaded box, and then below that are all the organic results. It seems like Google likes to change that a lot. It seems like they change it every day. You know, they've moved down the organic results lower and lower, it seems, on a monthly basis. So pretty important stuff. So why NetSertive? Really, I can sit here and give you hundreds and hundreds of reasons. I'm going to focus on a couple. If you make the leap to online marketing, you want to deal with a partner that is completely transparent, a partner that is transparent in a way that NetSertive is, and gives you 24/7 access to your campaign. Literally, our clients can log into a portal and see their campaign in real time, 24/7. They can see how many impressions we're driving, how many click-throughs we drove, how many conversions we've driven, which ads are being most effective, which geography we're targeting, which brands and categories we're targeting, and actually look at the ads and the ad copy that we're writing in real time, 24/7. And we take it a step further. We send out an email to our clients once a week saying, here's what's going on with your campaign, here are the results for the week, here's what's performing the best, and oh, by the way, I'm here, I'm your dedicated account manager. If you have any questions, just give me a call, okay? The second piece is Google SMB Premier. NetSertive was recently selected as a Google SMB Premier partner. Might not sound like a big deal, but literally there are thousands and thousands of companies in the world that do what we do, sell online marketing, okay? We were just named to an elite list of 17 providers in the world. We're far from the largest. I can tell you we're probably the smallest. But they selected us for a handful of reasons. Number one, we're a technology company. And we've got a patent pending technology that literally goes out and scours the internet every day to see what terms are consumers searching for? What terms are they clicking on? Okay, what's converting? And we take those key learnings and we apply them to all of our clients' campaigns. The second piece is that we're very vertically focused, okay? And so, as I mentioned before, we specialize in security. We know the security business. And so Google knows that we'll be great partners for our clients because we know your business. We know your business, right? Of course, I forgot the third one. So, at the end of the day, when you look at marketing firms that are involved in these associations and buying organizations, NetSertive is one of many, but I can tell you that we're the only firm that's Google SMB Premier. And the third reason was our client retention rate. We have a 97% client retention rate, second to none in the industry. When people sign up with NetSertive, they stay clients. There's a reason for that. And so that's really all I've got. I'm happy to answer any questions that y'all have.
So are you guys doing the complete SEO program?
Well, we do SEO. SEO we do for select clients. As you can imagine, knowing search terms, it's in our wheelhouse. We choose to focus on search engine marketing as well as display advertising. So search engine optimization.
Click display?
Yes, correct.
And you promote that as a better way?
Absolutely. What we want to do is we want to make sure our clients, no matter, it's an internet-based society, so no matter where our clients are located, okay, everything that we do is geo-targeted to their specific area of operation, okay? So it's highly targeted, and we want to make sure through a comprehensive program, search, display, social, that no matter where a potential consumer is on the internet in their area of operation, that our clients are found.
How much do you think in a city of 1 million people, I guess you can spend as much as you want?
You absolutely can. No question about it. And in complete transparency, security isn't cheap. It's not cheap, right? Cost per click can be as high as 20 bucks, easily, right? So it really varies on how many, it's not just population-based, it's also category and brand specific. How wide do you want to get? Do you want to be found for CCTVs and surveillance? How many different categories? Is it residential, is it commercial, right? The more categories and the wider you get, the more you're going to spend. So it really depends on the business and what the forte of that business is.
I'll give you an example. We started with pay-per-clicks, and we saw a definite increase in the number, and we started with a budget. We said, well, we'll throw $100 out there, and we ate that up real quick. And we went to $300, and we ate it up not quite as quick. And we spent about $1,000. And it's well worth it. What we get in return on the number of contacts. I mentioned, we track everything, and about 22-23% of our sales every month are coming via the web.
It's hard to track stuff that comes in off the web, to get what you browse, whether you click organic or Google local.
So you get a report.
Well, there's different mechanisms, right? So one of the tactics that we employ is call tracking, okay? And so when somebody clicks that ad, they see a different phone number. Okay, if they went back right from that ad to your website, they're going to see your number that you've had for 15, 20 years, or whatever that number is. But if they just look at the ad, okay, and they're looking for a phone number, and they don't physically get to your website, but they call that phone number, okay, we know it's a conversion, right? They called the number. So there's different mechanisms that we employ to track conversions. Yes, sir.
Not knowing much about it, I mean, I know there's like, the yellow pages, you know, those guys know that they're, you know, their dates are numbered, so now they're like bundling, at least in my area, you know, what they say are similar type of services along with that, still they have the yellow pages. How does, you know, what you do, how's it different, and again, you're very naive to that.
Yeah. You know, it's completely different. And you know, the Yellow Pages is a storied franchise. You know, at the end of the day, our YouTube channel is full of folks that have switched from the Yellow Pages or yellowpages.com to NetSertive and have stayed clients. There's a reason for that. So, I mean, I can go into a long, lengthy list. We can have a sidebar conversation, but the services are similar, but very, very different because of our expertise.
I think it also comes down to when's the last time you Googled yellowpage.com?
Or went there, right?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Great. Well, I'm here all week, so if you want to have a sidebar and chat or come grab a card, bring it on. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.